walk you through how to easily customize this template. When you first import it into your account, it will appear under Sites and Blogs. System classes the website as blogs, as originally it only had blogs and now it's given you website functionality. So if you come into the website, you've first got these three categories. You've got the posts, the pages, and the categories, which you will have to update and amend. You will also need to update the blog settings in the top right corner with your domain. You can do this obviously at the end when you've added your domain if you're just setting this up from scratch. So let's go back to pages. So before you can add a page to a menu, you have to create that page. That page in the menu is called a blog, but it is a page. So the easiest way is to find a page that's possibly suitable for what you're setting up, and then find something that's near that out of all the templates that I've given you, and then simply go across and then duplicate something. So let's duplicate the home page, and I'm going to call this test page. And there you have the test page. Now we're going to go in and we're going to edit. Well, first we're going to do the settings for the test page, and we'll give that the correct name, and we'll give it the URL slug, whatever we want that to be. So we can just put test page here as well. We can now go in there and edit. Now the header and the footer is not editable from the page. You can only do the in-page contents. We'll come back to the header and the footer in a moment. Within the site, I've got lots of fixed images, which when you scroll up, the image remains in the same place, but the text and everything else moves up. To edit that background image, you go to section, and then you come here to background image. Now, if you have got a background color and an inner background color, the background image will override that. And here we've got the image, and I've got it full center fixed, but you can choose to have it, 100% width height, repeat, various things, and you can also select which part of the image is focused on. Here I've got repeat, and as you can see, where it doesn't fill the frame, it's filling it in. But I prefer full fixed center, and you'll need to optimize an image to load because they're big images, and you obviously want fastest loading time, especially for mobile. So that is fixed images. Everything else within the page is pretty self-explanatory how you update it. I would say with all the buttons on the site, you do need to check that they're going to the correct URL, whether you're taking it onto a funnel page or offsite or wherever, but all the buttons do need checking. All the other fields should be set up quite self-explanatory. At the bottom, you have just got the stylization of the blog that's appearing on the home page. This is not the actual blog. So as you can see, it's got their dummy images in there, but however, you can go in and select different formatting for the blog and change that over. So we shall come out of this page, and I will take you to... Now this layout is not static, you can change it completely. You would do that, let's say we want to do a 3-column layout, and we're going to have this in the middle. We're going to change those out, we're going to pull that out, oops. And we're going to put the logo above the text, and we're going to centralize the text in the editor, and we're going to centralize that also in the editor, and then you change the padding. So as you can see, it's very easy to change the... Let's move this over so it's centralized. Let's just put some padding on that. It's very easy to change the menu over. Now I've got this logo as just desktop only. Now that is because when you go to the mobile view, it wasn't aligning how I wanted it. So I've got a mobile version and a desktop version. And how, when you are alerted with this red field saying desktop only or mobile only, you simply click on that, and to amend it, you come to the item visibility down here. So that's very easy to change, but we will keep that as is. Let me just delete that, and I can confirm afterwards. So that's the header. This is actually text. You're going to want to put your PNG. If you're changing all the colors over, you may want to have a transparent background. Your image is going to go in there, and then you obviously can resize to what size you want, and again change the margins and the paddings. So that's how you amend the top. With the footer, I've given you the main social media icons on a white background. I don't know if you need other ones, but more than likely you're going to need less. So to do that, again, you would drag in, let's say you're only going to need 2 or 3. Let's put that there. And you would simply drag in the icon that you want to the book. So if you've only got 2, and then you can delete these out. So have a play, use what you need, but obviously you're going to have to link each one of those up. So you would click on the item, and then where it says open URL, you're going to then add in your link to your social media or your podcast or email. On the mobile, I don't think you need the logo again at the bottom. So again, I've only got that as a desktop only item. And then here as well, I don't think you need to repeat the menu on a mobile because the menu's at the top of your screen. So you can, this is desktop only. And that's how you change the header and footer